Here we go. I'll have to go back then. All right. What if I told you that there's a way for commercial property owners to get improved energy rating without any investment? That's too good to be true, right? What if I also told you that the same property owner can get risk-free revenues and offer the tenants renewable energy at a lower cost? That doesn't make sense, does it? Well, that is exactly what we in Sunday Power do. We do it by building, owning, and operating solar PV plants at no cost for the property owner. Instead, we sell the power generated to the tenant at a lower cost than purchasing the same power from the grid. And a share of revenues are then shared with the property owner. With these 3 simple steps, we manage to create benefits for everyone involved. For the tenant, we offer them renewable energy at a lower cost. For the property owner, they get, of course, a share of revenues, but maybe most importantly, a greener building. And last but not least, we manage to build renewable energy without any additional land use. Well, to offer a model like this, it's of course not without challenges. And I know that one thing that comes to many people's minds is that it costs quite a lot to build the solar PV plants, especially on other people's roofs, and especially when the cost of capital is no longer for free. This is when Sunday Power started. We thought that this is a great model. We can have huge margins. Well, that didn't pan out so good. But the way we handle it is that we have managed to do a transaction together with NTE, a large energy company up in the north, in Trøndelag, that basically take our portfolio of assets and fund them with low cost of capital. By having this partner on financing, we can utilize this low cost of capital to offer more value to the property owners and their tenants, as well as providing a solid owner of the PV plant. The second challenge is to achieve efficient operations. And it's basically having all these 3 stakeholders happy at each given time. So we have the tenant that wants renewable energy at a lower cost, transparent invoicing that works and that they can understand. The owner wants stable production, so they get the most possible revenue from us. And NTE wants to have a secure cash flow so they can really utilize their investment. And to keep these 3 players happy, we had to have control of the data that's generated in the PV plant as well as in the building. So we build our own proprietary data controller that fetch all the data, what's going on in the building, in the PV system, in consumption in the building, etc., and are now able to have full control of the complete portfolio of assets of PV generating, solar power generating plants across a big portfolio. This means that we also can automate invoicing based on hourly pricing and local grid tariffs, so we ensure that it's a transparent and good invoice that everyone understands, as well as conducting remote maintenance and analytics on the PV plant, so we can ensure maximum uptime. And of course, we also do these nice things where the tenant in the building get nice screens where they can understand and see what the climate impact of their PV plant that they got for free actually have. But unfortunately, software will not solve everything. This is something that we discuss a lot in the office. What can we do to fill in all the gaps that software will not do for us? We need to be hands-on. We are living from solar energy production. So that means that if there is an issue with a PV plant, we need to have the organization to actually take care of it. And that's why we build a fantastic team of a mix of business minds, engineers, project managers, and developers that can build this solution for us. And by doing that, we can achieve an industry unheard of high customer satisfaction, even though we're actually building solar PV plants on other people's roofs, selling power to someone else's tenant, but still maintaining this customer satisfaction. The third challenge is maybe the biggest one, that power prices are extremely volatile. Again, this is the times where we started Sunday Power, where we saw like a very stable energy price. It was extremely easy to handle the Excel business case. This will go great. Then things started to happen. We had extreme prices and then extreme lows. So how do you hedge yourself against that? And another challenge with volatile power prices is that when we produce the most, the prices is the least. So the average spot price for a day can be around 50 öre, but the average capture price, like the value of the sun, is actually 20% lower than that. So how do you take care of that? Luckily, the cost of energy in Norway is not only spot price, right? It's built up of different components. You have effect tariffs, you have grid tariffs, you have taxes and fees, and of course also the spot price. The cool thing about these parameters is that you can play around with them if you can control the load in the building. So you can peak shave, you can optimize for self-consumption, or you can do spot price trading throughout the day. So by adding a battery, another controlled load in the building, we can actually utilize the data that we have, what's going on in the building, predict the future, and have our data controller send commands to both batteries and solar inverters in the building to optimize the ecosystem. So the way we do it is we fetch data from everything that's going on in the building. We use our own in-house developed machine learning algorithm to select the most profitable strategy at any given time. So we can overcome the hurdle of having an extreme volatile and sometimes also way too low power price. So that's how we overcome challenges. And luckily, this is not just an idea. We managed to prove that this model actually works. We now have over 70 plants in operation and under deployment. And we're delivering to big real estate players here in Norway and smaller ones, and also selling energy to their tenants. And what makes us the most proud is when we get good customer feedback, and when they are actually saying that our model enables them to have focus on what they do best, invest in real estate property, and let us take care of making their building greener and allowing them to offer lower electricity bills with renewable power to the tenants. So this is just an example of what we managed to do with Bulk, one of our biggest clients, where we, just with the help of a solar PV plant, are bringing up their energy score on all their buildings. And we take care of everything here. We do the calculations of the energy scoring as well. So is it enough with a solar PV plant? Is it enough with just putting a solar PV plant and increase your energy score in your building? Well, in most cases it actually is. And this is a list that I showed last time I spoke in this event. We had this fantastic universe of all the commercial properties in Norway. We found out that over 38 million square meters of rooftops are perfectly suitable for solar PV plants. And we have the complete owner list of who owns these fantastic assets, so please reach out if you represent any of these companies. But what's kind of cool is that you can also take this list, match it with the Enova database of all the energy score that's registered. Sadly, it's only 10 or 15% of all the energy scores that's registered in Enova, but we can quite fast find out that out of these buildings, almost 2,000 get an improved energy score with just a solar PV plant that we can offer for free. And we also have a list of 900 unique owners, and this is the top list of that. So it's kind of cool how you can actually play around with these numbers and find out how much energy score can actually be improved with just a solar PV plant. So by having this fantastic solution, I claim it's fantastic because I really think it's fantastic, we can actually make climate action happen. Thank you.